everyone, welcome to Echo Art with Carmella-T. So it is 4th of July weekend and I hope you are enjoying your weekend. So I did a couple of videos this morning and I'm going to actually do another one over on Mellas vlog. And so I'm going to put a link here because one of them you may be really interested in because I'm talking to you about a new fiber. It's called Ramie, R-A-M-I-E. Now, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly or if you've heard of it, but as a fiber artist, I've heard yes of rayon. So Ramie is from a stem of a plant. So I talked to you about it because I did a little research and I tell you how much I paid for the sweater. It's a brand name, it's gorgeous. And then another item, thrift shop item I got for $1 that is worth 20. So I'll put the link at the bottom of this video. So what we're doing today, I'm gonna put this camera down so you can see. Hopefully you can see the bear. I'll move it back a little bit. And so here's the head of the bear. And this is the rest of it. So I got it all filled in, as you can see. And I wanted to just share with you a little bit of my process on how I am doing the sashiko stitching. Now, this is a t-shirt fabric for those of you who were following on the last video we did. And oh, by the way, if you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. We create with all recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. So we make many projects on this channel with scrap fabrics, 100% scrap. We don't use patterns. Typically, we do not use patterns. I will say time to time, I definitely will reference someone out there on YouTube if I got an idea from them. So, and if you are coming back, thank you so much for coming back. We are just enjoying your comments, your energy, the vibes, and the sharing that everybody is doing. And so, you know, with that, we have really gotten... we've inspired some people on this channel. I'm going to tell you, we've inspired quilters, people who don't typically jump into maybe these type of projects. And they let me know. They let me know about it, that they're learning and they are very happy to be here. So I just welcome you, and I just am so grateful that you're coming back and that you are enjoying the videos. So I just finished stitching. If you noticed, I went horizontally. So I just wanted to talk to you about this for a moment. So I'm going to switch. I'm using these threads. I'm using, again, these are lacy crochet threads. These are not the sashiko threads, but this is because I am focusing on recycled. And I may put this in there too. This is like a coral color. I really like that. Although I really feel though that it's important to stay with as much earth tones on this particular project. So you see, I filled in most of the body. I'm not done because I am going to actually toy around, play around with these threads. You see the threads? We were taking all of the threads out of these pieces as they were fraying. And so I want to maybe use those threads for the face, maybe a little bit for the paws, to emphasize them a little bit. And so this is what I'm doing. Because I want the vertical and the horizontal visible stitching. And some of the stitching is, let me just show you, oh, that one has a pin in it. Some of the stitching is within the, I'll move it up here, is within the fabric. It's inside. and you're not seeing it necessarily. Now, if I did a whip stitch around that, that would work. And you're like, well, Carmella, why don't you just do vertical, horizontal? The spandex in the cotton fabric, in these t-shirt fabrics, is creating resistance. So having a embroidery needle, sashiko needle, maybe would go through a little easier, but it would also, you would feel the resistance with the sashiko needle. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do just one more knot here, and I'm in a little bit, I just moved out of the window I was working in with sunshine. So I just want to show you. So I am starting, let's say I start right smack in the middle of this. This one actually has some stitching within the middle of it, and the t-shirt fabric rolled up, and I just let it be. So I do want vertical and horizontal, but I'm kind of working a little bit backwards here because I'm trying to get to one certain spot. I want to actually start here, okay? And what I want to do is kind of go across. Now, some of them I may want hidden, like this one I do. But over here, I'd kind of would like a couple of horizontal visible stitches to show. So this piece is stitched. You might not be able to tell because it's a white stitch that is blending right in with the fabric. So I'm going to go straight across, and the reason I'm doing this is, for me anyway, I'm trying to catch as much of the fabrics right now that are still loose. And ultimately, I want to be able to put some grids on parts of this polar bear. And those grids, for me as an artist, are representing even more of the obstacles that the polar bear is in fact encountering. So I did that same type of idea, and I'm just going to turn this because I've been turning it on the table in the direction that I am changing to sew. Let me see, yeah, make sure you can see that. So when I did the needle felting polar bear for the Jericho exhibit, you might remember I put Boro sashiko patches onto the needle felted bear. So this is kind of the same thing. I want to make the patches with the grid effect of the visible stitching of sashiko stitching. And so that would be a vertical and horizontal stitch. You can do any stitches. You can do check marks. You can do stars. Maybe I do put some stars in here. And, you know, you can do diagonals. So the freehand stitching, free form stitching of sashiko stitching goes in all different directions, and it's not as easy as you might think because they have to go in different directions, but as you're doing that, you need to be also thinking and focusing on how you are making sure those stitches are adequate for creating your piece. So I just wanted to get on here and share how far I am. Now the stitching that I've done has taken me about a couple of hours. It's already 3 o'clock. I jumped on here at 3. It's after 3. And I've been stitching since 1 o'clock. I'm not done. You can see this, that I'm not done. I stitched here, and there's some stitches up here. You see a pin. I stitched up here, but you see the pin. So that means those still need to be stitched. I stitched here and here. I did some vertical stitching here just to catch those so I can get the pins out. Because look, some pins get buried and maybe you want to pick them up. Now this, what I did is I peeled back, I took back the fabric. I wanted that fabric. So you can manipulate your fabric. You can have, I mean, this is all creativity on my part, right? But you get as creative as you want because there's no rules, right? I mean, this is your creativity at work. So I thought I would share my creativity with you. So see, I'm going to turn it this way. The reason I turn it the way that is most comfortable for me, I mean, I could keep it one way and just kind of work that kind of on those angles, but I just believe that I get such a much better perspective. And so yes, is it a lot of turning? It is. And the t-shirt fabric, it is causing a lot of resistance, but you see here I'm grabbing at least two and pulling the needle through. So I am exercising my sashiko stitching, and I'm going over this way. Now, am I uniformly going around the polar bear? And I'm really, at this point, not. But soon, when I feel really, really comfortable and I feel I have all these pieces secure, at least with a couple of stitches, if not the whole thing stitched. What I will do, for me, what I want to do is come back through. I'm going to fill these spaces with more fabrics. I'm going to play around with if I can utilize these threads in a way that I feel is conducive and fulfills the project like I'm thinking. Because this particular project is, I'm hesitating to give you a lot of detail because I'm not hearing a lot of detail. I think we have a meeting, but it's for an event that we're having here in Vermont. And when I'm really feeling good about the date and the times and that I'm going forward, then I'll start sharing. But all in all, as it is, these projects I do because I always anticipate that, yes, I may submit them into an exhibit or I may sell them, and at the guild, or and the other reason is just because I'm an artist and I'm just want to do this and think of these projects. And then when I start working on them, as you know, the visual, depending on what I have on hand, many times changes. And it's always better than what I was thinking. It just turns out that way. So anyway, I wanted to hop on here today and share this beautiful, beautiful Boro Sashiko polar bear that is on the utility, Japanese utility apron. And what we will do is when the polar bear is complete, we'll come back together and we'll finish the apron. The apron is the super duper easy part of this. And the polar bear, making the polar bear, creating, is the most fun part of it. So with that, I will see you in the next one, and love and light.